All right, so we're back in the shop today. Gonna be doing a little bit of work on my 2012 GMC Sierra. Those videos don't do as well. Most of my subscribers, you guys want all the Impala content, and trust me, it's coming. The only reason I'm actually working on my truck is because I'm about to finish this one, so I'm just waiting on AutoZone to deliver some parts, a belt, and something else I needed for this, and then I'm gonna move this on the lift and get that engine out of there. But I was like, while I'm waiting, I desperately need to clean my truck, and I gotta put a sound system in this thing. If you watch the video series, just detailing everything that I've done to this truck so far, I just put, if you haven't, I'll just give you a quick rundown. I'll probably list it up here. But had an original 6.2 liter all-wheel drive non-DOD engine. Lifter started making a noise. I yanked engine and transmission out, got the engine rebuilt. We went 10 over on the pistons, put a BTR stage 2 cam in it, rebuilt the 6L80 transmission and put a billet converter in it. And I've been driving it probably for every day since I got it back running, and I mean, it runs beautiful, tons of power. I actually let the wife drive it yesterday for the first time, and we had to take her mom gifted one of our family members her old car, and so we had to drive it down to the house and then take it to the airport. She was flying in to drive it back to Florida, and my wife, she can't drive any of her parents' cars because of insurance reasons, so she had to drive my truck. And I mean, I'm on the highway trying to keep up with her, and she's just gone. So and it drives really good, tons of power. I've towed with it, no problem. So my only complaint right now is it's super dirty. The kids are just absolutely disrespectful in this thing, and you know, it's a family truck, so I don't worry too much about keeping it super clean. But I mean, and this is after I already started cleaning it up. I just figured I'd make a video, but there was open water bottles back here and fruit snack wrappers and old saltines from my 2-year-old. So first things first, we got to get it clean. I have not washed it or anything since the engine swap, so this truck probably hasn't been washed in a good, I'd say 3-4 months, because it was sitting, not running, you know, in the shop and everything like that. And then, you know, I took it apart, put it all back together. I've been driving it for the last couple of weeks. Super crazy rain in Atlanta last like 2-3 weeks, so I didn't want to wash it then, but it's supposed to be sunny from here on out, so I'm gonna take this little bit of downtime, which I rarely get, to do a full detail on the inside, wash it, and then I'm finally gonna put a sound system in it. Out one by one or what? All right, that was a little bit of a struggle, but we got it out. Now we got access to this back panel. So it looks like the seats do come out individually. Probably be easier to pull them out one at a time. There's 2 bolts right there. So I'm gonna go grab my ratchet and get those 2 out. That should separate the 2 seats, so it'll be a little easier to manage. We'll pull this out, we'll pull that out, and then we'll get to cutting this this little insulation stuff. Yeah, that's weird. Looks like, I don't know if that was like that or somebody did something, I don't know. But we'll get it cut, and we'll get the amp rack mounted, and we'll figure out how we're going to run the wires and all the good stuff. And it looks like this has a very similar setup to my old truck, my 03 Silverado, with the hooks right here. And there's a mod you can do where you just cut this at a certain length, and when you put the seat up, it allows the seat to come down. So I may do that. I just got to look at it again and do that, and then we'll get this all cleaned up and go from there. So this looks like possibly kind of small, maybe like an 11. Oh, damn it. All right, so I got this board in here just to kind of see where it's gonna go. I'm probably gonna use a different board because this is kind of thin and it's actually too wide for the amps, well, to fit in the space. Because really, I mean, if we put them both over there, that may work. Just stack them one on top of the other. We got a little bit more room over there. Actually, that's what I may do. I already started cutting this, but let me see something. Yeah, I think I might be able to just put them one on top of the other, like right here in the middle maybe, or no, we'll just put them side by side. Yeah, so space them out. So we'll just cut along this line all the way down, and I'll get I have a piece of I think it's 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch MDF. This is like 1/4 inch, so I think I got 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch in there. That'll work a little better. And then I'll just put 4 screws, put some silicone on it so it doesn't leak, and then we'll mount the amps to that, and then we'll redo the wiring and stuff. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the wiring just yet. Usually I have the power side come down the passenger side and the signal side come down the driver side, so I may stick to that, seeing as how the battery's over here on this side. But we'll see. All right, so we got a nice little piece removed there. It's about 9 inches tall, 48 inches wide. So I could cut this one down, but I actually have a thicker piece here that's like almost perfect, but I'm gonna make it work. This piece here is actually 48 inches long, but it's about right here, it's about 8.5, and then down here, actually here it's about 9, and then here it's about 7.5, 8. So I didn't cut it evenly, but I think I can make it work. Even if the amp hangs down a little bit, that's fine, because it's going to be wrapped and all that stuff. So got it laid out here. I'm going to grab the jigsaw and just slice the rest of that off, and then we'll see how we can make it work. I have some fabric, some black speaker box material here that we can put on it and wrap it, make it look nice. So we'll see what we can do here, even if I need to, because there are some places where it's a little bit deeper, which is actually where I want to put the screws. So notice how it's not even. So I'm thinking if I put a couple, put a bar here to even it out, and then mount it to that. So I think that'll work out better. So I'll put 2 screws here, cut a thicker piece here, and then put another piece there, over there, just, to fit in here, and then mount the actual board to the wood. And I think that'll work better. So I'm gonna pull these out actually, just to make sure they'll fit on the board and see how they fit, and then kind of go from there. So we're coming along. And then I'm gonna put kill mat back here anyway, so that'll help insulate it and replace that thick insulation right there. So let me grab some tools and get at it. All right, so we got the kill mat put in there. So we're just gonna mount these pieces of wood here, and that'll give us a flat surface to mount the actual amp rack to. So let's get that done. And really, all right, got the board wrapped, and just need to mount it to the 4 screws, so that'll sit right there like that. So boom, 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 and then we'll mount the amps to it and start running the wiring. Make sure this fits back in there. Oh, that might be a problem, but we'll work it out. All right. All right, so amps are mounted. So plan is I'm gonna run RCAs and 9-wire this on the driver side, and then I'm gonna run the power wire up the passenger side. It'll come in under here, and then I'm gonna mount a distribution block right here. And so out the distribution block we'll have, or maybe I'll mount it here or here or something like that. I'll find somewhere to mount it, but basically we'll have one run go into this amp there, and then we'll have one run go right into this amp here. And then the grounds, I'll probably make a common ground for both of them behind this bracket here. Yeah, so I'll pull this bracket out and I'll make a ground out of that bolt, or I may just make a new one here. We'll see. And there's some other nuts and screws and stuff we can use to ground it. So worst case, I'll drill a hole and mount it to the frame. We'll just see. But I've done these before and I've mounted them to these bolts and it works just fine. So what I'm going to do now is put the seats back in, make sure everything fits before I start running wires and everything like that. Make sure the seat's clear, make sure everything works. All right, so it's several hours later. I had put the truck on hold for a little while, did some work on, I think this thing's got an indentation on my head. Did some work on that car. Still didn't get the engine pulled out of that because the belt didn't fit, so I was messing with that for a few hours. But we're pretty much done. Last thing I'm gonna do is change the speakers in these back doors. But just to give you an idea of what I did, well, I guess everybody's gone. All right, let me grab a light so I can walk you through it. My workbench is a mess. But, all right, so we added a second battery. This is just one that I had laying around. I don't know how good or bad it is, but trying to work out the dilemma of running the wire for the power. I ended up running it. Well, you can't see it. Good, it's tucked away, but it's running along this harness here. So it's running on the outside of the car all the way through. Then I drilled a hole in the back, and I'll show you. I siliconed it and stuff. This was just some wire I had left over from a Big 3 kit that I had got with some amp. I think I had ordered an amp, or a customer had ordered an amp and sent it to me. And we already did the Big 3 upgrade, so it came with an extra one. So I had these pre-made wires already just laying around. So I basically it's super long, but I was like, it's pre-made already, and I'm gonna zip tie it, make it look kind of neat. But I ran this 0 gauge to the battery from the alternator. I got a ground running down to the engine block, and then I got another ground right here. Fuse holders here. The wire goes down, comes all the way through, and then it comes up right here. It's not the best job, but it'll do. It's still not set, but yeah, so it comes through there. Then we got it to a distribution block. Both amps are mounted, wires are run, and then for now I'm gonna run these 210s just until I get my box for my 8s and everything like that. And I just turned it on and tested it, and it sounded pretty decent. So that's it. I got the steering wheel controls to work. They work like they should. So I'm just gonna, I never even washed the truck. I was supposed to be washing this truck today. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to cut these brackets here just a little bit so that I can fold the seat down and still access the amps. So there's a little bracket here. You just cut it here, cut that. Then I'm gonna reinstall the back seats, finish vacuuming the truck, and then I'm gonna wash it and then go home. But it sounds pretty good. The grounds I'm not proud of. They're a little loose and I need to touch. I'm not even gonna show you because I'm not happy with them. But once I get my new subs and everything like that, I'll go back through and redo it. It's not a huge deal. So, you know, something, you know. And like I said, it sounds amazing. So I'm just gonna put some, I'll show you the speakers I'm gonna put in the back doors. So I got these PRVs. I don't know where I got these from. So 125 watts RMS, 6-inch mid bass, 8 ohms. So I have 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. The box is right here. The other one's in this mix somewhere. So either I can put these or I can run these Fosgates that I've had forever. These were in the Impala at one point. These are pretty hefty, but these are only 100 RMS mid-range. But yeah, I had these in the Impala at one point. Or I could run these. These are my Infinity Kappa Perfects. I've had these for quite some time now. If you know anything about these speakers, these are like the holy grail. And I've had these for quite a long time, and I just never got rid of them. So I don't know. I think the PRVs are going to be the winners, though. I think I'm going to put those PRVs in the back doors. I just got to find the other one. I don't know where it is. It's in this mess of stuff here. But yeah, so I have the adapter. So I'm going to put the PRV in the back door, and we'll see how it sounds. Oh, here it is. Boom, found it. So, oh, it's broken. Well, looks like I won't be running these. All right, let's see what we're going to do. Because, yeah, that's no bueno. I mean, I can fix that, but still, damn it. All right, well, this is what I was gonna run. All right, let me see what I can do. Damn it.